We're back with album review.
How's it going?
It's going. So, what have we got today? We have Stormfront by Billy Joel. So, this is not our first time checking out a Billy Joel album. We did Piano Man probably 2 years ago now. It was Dylan B's first episode.
I think that was before I was on the podcast, too.
Yeah. If you want to check that episode out, it'll be up in the corner, link in the description. So, this is probably, I don't know which album this is by him, probably like his 7th or 8th album. But this one has a big theme about it, and it's about like the post-Cold War era, which had just begun when this album came out.
Okay.
It was around that time. This is like right before or during the time when the Berlin Wall fell.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone really knows the big track on here, which we'll get to, but there is other stuff that is worth mentioning in this album. So I don't really have much other context, so I guess we could just jump into it unless you have anything.
Not really. I think it's my first Billy Joel album listening to in full, actually.
Okay.
So it's a little different from what I'm used to hearing from him because it's a little later than I guess most of the music I hear by him.
Yeah, I'd say his peak is like 70s to 80s for like his popular music. This is like the tail end of that.
Right.
I guess we could just jump into it then.
All right.
The first track being That's Not Her Style. I like this one. It's a nice upbeat song. It's a good like start to the album overall.
Yeah. And like I was saying, my first thought when I heard it was that it was just a very different singing style than I'm used to hearing from him.
Yeah.
But it was cool. The energy was up.
Yeah.
Definitely good start to the album. It was a little weird as the first song of the album. It just kind of threw you right in there.
Yeah, it throws you right into like the energy this album has, which is, I mean, it has its low moments, but like it's more high energy than like some of his other albums.
Definitely.
But then the next track is the hit off the album, We Didn't Start the Fire.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows this one.
Yep.
And I think it's a great song, even though, I mean, it's a little overplayed and it's a little strange compared to most other songs out there.
Yeah. I mean, this song, obviously I was very familiar with it. I've always had kind of like a negative bias towards it for whatever reason.
Really?
Probably just because of the overplayed factor, but
Okay.
like, I don't know, I don't love the verses, how he's just like listing things, but I get like the context behind it.
Yeah.
If there's a lot.
It's just a recap of everything that happened from the end of World War II till the current day, being 1989 or so.
Yeah.
And I love it that it's all told in chronological order, too.
Yeah. That is
So, because I bring that up because there was a sequel to this song made by I think Fall Out Boy like last year, and it did like post Cold War till like modern era, but they fucked up on that because the stuff was told out of order, so it made no sense compared to this one.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that's all I really have to say about this one.
The next song, the Downeaster Alexa.
I like this one.
I really like this song.
I think this is the second biggest hit off the album.
Okay. I didn't know this song before hearing the album, actually.
I only knew We Didn't Start the Fire before hearing this album for the first time.
Okay. But I really like the sound on this one. It sounds super 80s.
This is like kind of classic Billy Joel in a way. Like this is something you could hear off of Piano Man era.
Yeah.
Like, it was really good.
I like the like reverb effect on his voice and on like the plucking guitar in the background. It sounded really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably one of my more favorite songs on the album, actually.
I think so too.
The next song is I Go to Extremes.
This one's decent.
This one was okay. I think it felt really simple to me.
Yeah, I
kind
kind
of
of
formulaic. Like,
There's definitely a few songs that just feel like they're just going through the motions and are just whatever on this album.
yeah, so it wasn't one of the more notable tracks to me, but like it wasn't a bad song.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Next track is Shameless.
This one's also okay to me. This might be my least favorite on the album.
Okay.
It's either this one or one of the other later tracks.
Yeah, this one was another kind of cookie cutter kind of song to me. Like it had I don't know the chord progression, but like one of the popular chord progressions in like pop music and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just naturally pleasing to the ear. And
Yeah, so I think it's just kind of whatever.
yeah, not much to talk about there really.
Yeah.
The next track is the title track, Stormfront.
This might be my favorite on the album.
Okay.
I really like this song. It's like really upbeat. It's kind of got like a jazzy sound to it at times. I think it's really good.
Yeah, he's got like a grittier voice in that one, kind of.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Like, energy was there again,
Yeah, for sure.
but kind of, not one of my more favorites on the album, I don't think.
Okay, I understand.
The next track is Leningrad.
This is a slower one, but I actually really like this one.
Yeah, this one was very interesting, the lyrical.
Again, with like the Cold War themes, like it tells like the story of after like the fight in Leningrad and like how it's still going on in a different way.
Yeah. And this song kind of felt like it was definitely more focused on lyrics than the sound. Like, I didn't think there was that much there to talk about musically, but
Yeah,
he was talking about a lot. So,
for sure.
next track, State of Grace.
This one's also just alright, I'd say.
Yeah, it was okay.
Like, not really much to say about that one.
More like typical 80s sound to it, though.
Yeah, and like generic 80s stuff, like it sounds like something I should love, but it's something that as years go on, I kind of like less and less. And, like unless it sticks out or
Right.
it has like a really good new wave vibe to it, like
Yeah.
I don't know, like
It just felt like everything else.
it's my complaints with the Pink Floyd's album, like A Momentary Lapse of Reason, like the generic 80s sound and all the reverb bullshit, like it's just kind of whatever to me.
Yeah. The next track is When in Rome.
This is a fun one, but like it's not one of my favorites at the end of the day.
I'd agree. It was interesting because it had like a funkier sound to it. It had
Yeah.
like saxophone and trumpets on it and like keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, another one that I probably wouldn't really go back to.
Yeah, probably not.
And then we're down to the last track, and so it goes.
This is another decent-esque one.
Yeah, this one was more like just classic Billy Joel piano song.
Yeah.
So it sounded more like the rest of his music, but I mean, I guess that's why it was put at the end of this track list here. It didn't really sound like the rest of the songs on this album.
Yeah.
But
And I guess we'll go to final thoughts.
yeah.
I honestly think this is kind of a mixed bag at the end of the day. Like, I expected to like this album a lot more than I did personally.
Okay.
Like, it's not a bad album, but it's very hit or miss to me.
Yeah, it's got a few songs on it that I did like. It started out with a lot of energy,
Yeah.
but then the last half kind of just felt like some of the songs were just he had to get more songs on the track list, so he
Yeah.
made them quickly probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was okay overall to me.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought it'd be a higher score than what I'm going to give it, so I guess we'll go to scores real quick.
Okay.
I think I'm going to give it a 5.5.
Mm.
Like, very... Like, it's not mid, because there's, like... The hits are really good, and, like, some of the other deep cut tracks, like the title track I really like. Downeaster Alexa's really
I really
good.
like that one, yeah.
And, what's the other one on here that I thought was really good?
That's not her style.
That's Not Her Style, I like that one too. So, like, the first half of the album, after, like, Leningrad is when it really falls off to me.
Yeah. I'd agree.
So, I'd say 5.5. Because it's not mid, but, like, it's nothing special.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
For most of the same reasons. Like, it wasn't a bad album, but it wasn't really what I was expecting from Billy Joel, because
Yeah.
I'm more accustomed to his work from probably like 10 years before this.
Mm-hmm, me too.
But it had some cool moments on it, some good just 80s sound, a lot of energy, but
Yeah.
there were most of the tracks on the last half were kind of filler to me, like nothing too notable there,
Yeah.
so
Actually, I might lower it to just a straight 5, honestly.
I guess the way I described it didn't really sound like a 6 out of 10 either, so
Yeah, but, like, just saying it again, I think I'm gonna go to 5 out of 10, honestly.
yeah.
Nothing against Billy Joel either, because he's got so many
Yeah.
classics that I love, but, like, this album just doesn't really have many to come back to.
Yeah. I guess I'll keep it 6, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't want you to change your score because I did, but, like, yeah, I think just a straight 5, like, very
Yeah. Oh shit. We're to the moment that I actually forgot to think about. I have a list. I have a list of candidate albums, but let me see what I want to go with next. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick an album that I've also never listened to. But
Okay.
I've just been interested in listening to. It's by JPEG Mafia
Oh, okay.
from this year. It's called I Lay Down My Life for You.
Okay.
I've heard a lot, or I've had a lot of people recommend JPEG Mafia to me. Like, I've heard only good things about him.
Yeah, me too.
And I listened to one track off of this album and loved it. So I'm just interested to hear what the rest sounds like.
Yeah, I've actually never listened to really any of their music aside from like a track or two here and there.
No.
So, yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. So tune in next week where we look at a very new album.